Cheers.
All right, welcome everyone to our podcast today, Real Estate Unknown. Today, I want to kind of inspire anyone who's listening who wants to join this business, this industry as a real estate agent or a loan officer. So today we'll talk about a little bit about ourselves, about what we've achieved, some of the milestones that we were able to conquer. All right.
Yes, sure.
So
Definitely.
what do you guys think? Now we're approaching that age, towards
30.
30,
30.
maybe 30 past. Pretty much that period in our life where, we kind of reflect back to see what we can change, what we can do better, and where we are at right now. So what are some of your biggest achievement or most proud of achievement in this business so far? With life, work, whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah. I think both life and career changing a lot because every 10 years we should look back to, let's say we look back now we're 30, we look back to our 20 to see what changed.
Yeah.
What did we achieve, and then we look up for the next 10 years to see what could we had to.
Yeah.
Right. But look back in 10 years, I think like a lot of things changing, right? Me at like 20 years old, I don't even know like where I'm at right now.
Else, right?
Yeah. It's like crazy.
Different.
I look at the picture like on Facebook, remind me like 10 years ago. It's like totally different. I can't imagine. But I remember at that time, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what my life going to be at 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's been very crazy.
Yeah, I think that's true. We should always reflect, back on where we're at. So let's say like you're graduating high school, you're a kid graduating high school. You look back, what did I learn in high school? This is something that I wish I did when I was younger, or I wish I learned when I was younger.
Right.
Was the reflection. So what did we do during our high school? And after high school, we got to college, university. You've graduated. Look back, what have I done during that time? And where do I want to be in the next 5-6 years? Right? And always have that reflection.
Right.
To look back.
And you better to be different. Be the same, right?
Different. Make sure you're not the same anymore.
You stay like where you were, and that would be a problem, right?
That could be a problem. That's when the reflection needs to be done, right?
You always want to be a better version of yourself, right? Yeah.
So what about you, Jung?
Same talk with Cutie. Yeah. If I imagine at my training, same thing. I don't know what to do. Actually, I did know what I'm due, but sometimes when you graduated from university, at that time, you kind of, even though that you chose a major to study, but when you graduated, that major is kind of big. You don't know that what job you're gonna apply because my major is finance, right? And finance, there is a big error in finance. There's a lot of error, like banking, mortgage, real estate, economics, something like that.
Yeah, it's so broad.
Yeah, it's so big. So at the time that I graduated from university, don't know what to do. But luckily, I entered this industry and just follow the when I enter this industry, right? I found my passion, so I follow the passions. So that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, that's good. So after you graduated, you're pretty much kind of confused on what to do because the major that you study was so broad.
Right.
There's so many fields that you can be in, right?
Yes. Sometimes, right, when I graduated, I think of, did I choose the wrong major? Yeah, something like that. Because I'm really good at like science field, like math, physical, chemical, something like that. I good at that. But at the end, I chose finance. And when I graduated from university, I look back and I say, did I choose the wrong major? Because, like I said, finance got hard to get a job. at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Very competitive. So if I do like energy, maybe I could find like it's not bad job, but it's easier to find a job in Silicon Valley if you are engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's my thought at that time. But luckily, I have a chance to work in the real estate and mortgage industry, and now it's like maybe 4 or 5 years already. So
Yeah.
that's who I am today.
You thought it was too competitive.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you chose the most competitive industry to be in.
I know,
Real
yeah.
estate and mortgage industry.
Yeah.
So a little bit about the industry. So what was, when you first started, what was something that was almost like a goal that you had to set to get your business started, get your business going? And were you able to achieve that?
Okay. You want to go first? Okay. As at the first, right, when I applied for that company, right, the position they recruited is admin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just do the office job, like paperwork, something like that. But luckily, at that office, right, the company they was looking for a loan processor position,
Mm-hmm.
and when they post the online, I don't know, no one applied for that position, and
Really?
and then when the boss over there, right, he said that okay, he told me that you can try to work as a loan processor. So I thought that, okay, why don't I give a chance to work as a loan processor? So at the beginning, I didn't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
The manager over there, right, he just gave the work to me, and I just follow her instruction, keep following. And you know, like when you start learning something new, right,
Mhm.
you have the motivation and the encouragement
Yeah.
to work to study something new.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was very aggressive until today too,
Yeah.
because this industry you have to learn every day.
Yeah.
But at that time, my learning was very aggressive.
Yeah.
And whatever that manager taught me,
Yeah.
I can like learn all of them. I remember everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I learn very fast. So
Yeah.
maybe just like 1 or 2 months, I can like do the thing myself.
Wow.
I can
1 or 2
process the
months.
law. Yeah,
That's
because I have to say thank to that manager, because she very passionate, very patient to teach
Yeah.
me. So yeah, so I keep learning at a loan processor positions,
Mhm.
and after that, like after like six months, I got promoted to a team lead at that company too.
Yeah.
But still law processor, and fast forward, I became a law officer, and now today I become a team lead of at Pacific Y.
Mhm.
Man, that's a
Wow.
good story.
This is a
That's a long journey.
long journey,
So
yeah.
it's good that you get the chance to sit down and reflect.
Yeah, in the middle, there's a lot of story
Huh.
about, but we can talk about it later. But let's Judy, what about you?
Do you want to share first, Daniel, about your
Yeah. So,
goal?
so my goal when I first started, of course, in this business, you're an independent contractor, right? As a real estate agent. So you're not working for anyone else. You work under the broker, but then you're mainly working for the client,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
And as a fresh, brand new agent, you don't have any client. You don't have anyone. You don't know anyone, pretty much. And that time, I was very kind of confused, kind of stuck on what do I need to do. And of course, there's some real estate training for new agents. They tell you set SMART goals where you have something specific to look at. Some examples they gave was like, let's say a goal, you want to make $200,000 in a year. What do you have to do to make $200,000 in that year? And you kind of plan out your day-to-day, your month-to-month, day-to-day goal, kind of things like that. And I found that type of goal setting wasn't specific enough for me. Just the dollar amount, you know?
Mhm.
So I kind of switched it a little bit. I turned that goal into something else, something more more tangible, something that you can feel more.
And
So then-
you complete like step by step, right?
Yeah, you can do step by step. So then I started making a list of the people that I can help,
Mhm.
the clients that I can work with, or just how many people do I want to help within that year. One of the goal, it sounds very stupid, but I moved into this condo complex with my wife that time, and one of my goals was to have one listing in that complex from a neighbor, so I can become like the neighborhood expert in that whole complex, right?
Mhm.
And within 6 months, I achieved that goal, and I was so happy to achieve that goal. I even made a YouTube video about it.
Yeah, you made it. You made it.
You know, so I found that kind of goal setting worked a lot better for me than just like having a number amount. You know, sit down, write down all the people that are in your pipeline, who needs your help, you know, and then you start crushing that goal.
Right. I think I had the same similar goal setting like Tino. So instead of focus on the number or commission that we made, focus on how many people, how many family can we help? Because like Tino said, number is just if you help some people, right, you feel pretty good and that's keep you going. Otherwise, the number doesn't mean nothing, right? If you achieve 200,000, 300,000, it's just a number. But if you can help like 10 family, 20 family, right, you make too many people happy, smile, right? That's the fuel keep you going in this business. Yeah.
It's even better than
Better.
$200,000.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like a better motivator for
Right.
you to get up and do that work.
The goal is make people a housing dream, right? They dream about the house and we make it come true. So that is better than we make 10,000, 20,000.
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty good too,
Yeah,
right?
it's almost like a mindset that
Right.
we have to
But-
switch.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
if you
So-
focus on making a 10,000, 20,000, you would treat your business differently,
Right.
right? And then if you focus on helping people, I think that would be more sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Keep you longer in the business.
Yeah, especially something like this kind of business where you're constantly working.
Mhm.
You don't have a set schedule like everyone else, but you're constantly working. You're always working,
Right.
even after hours. You know,
Mhm.
it's good to have a different type of goal where you keep change your mindset, where you turn your work into something that you love, almost like a vacation. So, for example, when my wife and I go on vacation, I'm still working, but
Right.
I'm just in a different I'm just a different setting. I enjoy it. I'm like on my laptop at the beach, like just responding to emails or getting someone into contract. You know, it feels nice. Or I'm in a different area, a different city, different state, and then we go check out the real estate market around there and make even like a social media post about it. You know, it's fun.
That could be a dream work for like a lot of people.
Yeah, it could be dream work for a lot of people, right?
Right.
So then, I switched that mindset to turn it into something that's fun to do, rather than I'm like feel so dreadful to
Yeah.
do it.
Work as a 9-5 job. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's different.
Right. So now since we have been in business for a while, right? So we've been working on helping a lot of family to get a house. Right? You've been working on a lot of loan since you started, right? And then and Tino too. So is there any story you want to share that's like motivate people and some memorable scenario you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah. I have a story about one of my most memorable transactions. At the beginning, right? I pre-approve that clients. Everything was good. Follow guideline. Based on tech. This client is self-employed, and his business is over 1 year. And then when I look up at the guideline from the lender, from Penny Mae, the guideline allow a business that's over a year. That they require for the same employer that less than 2 years, you can be like 12 to 24 months. That client, right? He's had opened his business for like over a years, and when I pre-approve him, everything was good. And when I submit to the lender approved the loan. Approved loan. Everything was like very smooth until when the underwriter he requests to provide a 12 months in tax return. But the thing is, that client, right? He opened his business on January 31st, 2020. At the time when we do the loan, right, is in June 2021.
Okay, so almost like a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half.
Year and a half since.
And when I like submit all the paper, all condition is clear except the income condition for the tax returns, and the underwriter require that when you file a tax, right, they will let you know like when the business opened. And on the tax return, it say the business opened on January 1st, 31st, 2020. And when the underwriter see the tax return, he back out the condition that this client had to like provide a full 12 months of tax return. But on the tax return, it's just like 11 months. So I keep like fighting with him.
Only 1 month.
Yeah, only one month. Right? Only 1 month, but
Underwriter.
Yeah, underwriter, but the business already like open for like one year and a half,
yeah.
right? I keep fighting. I tell them, okay, you already approved the loan already. Why you keep asking that? And the business over like almost like 1.5 years. Why you still need like 12 months on tax return? I keep fighting, and keep escalating to upper manager. It's go to like the division manager to take care of it. But when I did the escalation, right, I can feel that okay, this loan is not gonna work with this lender. I feel that. We ordered appraisal came back already. Everything is ready. We're just waiting to close.
Condition.
Yeah, one condition. We're just waiting for the loan to close. And when that happened, right, I feel that okay, this loan is not gonna work with this lender. So I need to like have a backup plan. And you know what? At that time, we did that, right? It's only like 2 weeks to close the loan. 2 weeks, only 2 weeks already. And you know what? At that time, I feel like because the house is over 1 million, and the clients already make the deposit of 40,000.
Yeah.
Very stressful, right? Very stressful. If something happens, you're gonna it's not like
Lost deposit.
it's a lot of deposit, and it's make the client not just you anymore.
Yeah.
So back to that end, don't require the condition. I keep escalating to upper manager, and you know what? I just keep saying that, and nothing happened. Nothing changed. The division manager, he still need that condition to be provided. So then I submit to another lender, but luckily, the underwriter from that lender, he accept everything, including the tax return with 11 months. I did the transfer appraisal, and luckily that lender accept the transfer appraisal. You know, some lender they don't accept. They have to order, and if you reorder the appraisal, it's gonna take like another week, and you cannot like close on time.
Yeah.
But luckily, that the lender accept the appraisal, but they just announced the acceptance of appraisal from another lender like 2 months ago. Just announced that policy. But before that, they don't accept. But at that time, they already accept transfer appraisal. So when I transfer the whole thing to that lender, very quick, like clear condition, I mean, all conditions clear in just 1 week, and we close sooner than the close several like 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's the most memorable transaction that I have had.
Right.
It's make me a lot of adjustment at that time. So it's it's affect my life too.
Right.
I at that time
Affect your well-being.
Yeah.
Man, just listening made me all sweaty. Made me nervous already.
nervous and and me and my wife, right? We fought like every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you and your wife are in the same
Yeah.
industry, right?
Right,
So you guys
yeah.
work. Was it like a mutual client that you and your wife were working on?
No,
together?
it's different. But
It's different?
he's my wife, right? Every transaction I do, she knows.
Yeah.
And
She's your manager.
Yeah. She knows. And
Everyone has a manager.
Sometimes
a
like,
wife.
something that the thing make you stressful, it
Yeah.
affect your life a lot. So
Yeah.
but that's the most memorable transaction I've had.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So that make me gain a lot of experience. So fast forward later, right?
Mhm.
I have same exactly scenario, but I have found the way to make it like smooth. So that's why when you have anything like make you like very stressful, but
Mhm.
you learn from it and you grow from it. Yeah. How about you, Kim?
Me, I remember like two years ago during pandemic. During pandemic is so difficult to. I mean, after the pandemic, right? Is this when the housing get really hot
Yeah.
because we have no inventory.
Uh-huh.
I remember taking a client to see the house. We tour about 10, 11 houses. Sent out 3, 4 offer. None of them get close, even close to the top offer. That's pretty far and pretty frustrated at that time because they really want to buy a house. And then I worked really hard to negotiate every contract, every offer, but ended up like nothing get close to the range. And then I remember like one time we see the house and they really like it and they say they will willing to go a little above their limit to
Mhm.
buy that house. And then I remember talking to the listing agent like at midnight, like 12 o'clock. We were still talking. At that time, like the house is super hot, and then
Right.
agent work like day to night, all the time, 24 hours. And I remember like talking to the listing agent and for straight 2 days, and finally we get that offer accepted. And then I remember like everybody is so happy. And then I have to send the loan to the department and get it going right away. And then within 2 weeks, we about to close the loan. And the buyer, they call back and they kind of like frustrated. And then they kind of like, maybe we have to cancel the transaction.
Mhm.
I kind of like afraid, like, what happened? And I talked to them, keep it going, and then figured out they get a cold feet. And they just like have a second thought.
Mhm.
They just worry like they don't know if they buy this home and then market
die.
crash. No, this market crash and everything.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah, I totally understand, right?
Yeah.
What they think of because during pandemic, a lot of crazy news and
Yeah.
things happen,
Right.
and they kind of get a cold feet and have a second thought, and then it's kind of pretty sad. You put all the effort and time into it, and the thing is, because at that time, it's no inventory, and then I know past that time when we passed the pandemic, I know the home price can appreciate because a lot of people just keep buying,
Mhm.
and then I know it's so hard to negotiate with that price. I think a pretty good price. If they turn around and sell that home, they already make profit. I
Yeah.
knew that, and then I'm very confident if they buy this house, they won't regret. So that's why I just like step up, holding their hand, like you have to move forward because I see the future value in this home, right? If I know it's something gonna be decreased value or something gonna happen, I'm not gonna push them that hard. But I think I'm very confident in the future that home gonna appreciate very high. And then I have to work with them, another 2 days, talking whole day, whole night, give them some support
Mhm.
because at that time they need support. when I purchase my home, I have the same feeling. So that's why I talk to them. I talk about the positive, talk about the data, talk about the number, and then if they accept, they just like they agree to move forward.
Mhm.
And I remember like that's the hardest transaction I ever worked on. Every single factor, getting accepted, found the house, getting accepted, doing the loan, quick to close fast, and something happened and they want to back out. It's just so difficult.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't sleep
difficult.
for like 3 weeks until it
You
closed.
already got that far. You
Yeah,
already
it's too
got
that far because that time it's really hard to
Yeah,
get
it's
in contract,
very
right?
hard. Yeah.
And then end up we close, and then they happy to make that decision. And I know it's gonna happen. They know in the year or two they will happy because at that time the home sell for 1.1, but right now it's worth 1.4, over
Oh, yeah.
1.5.
Almost
Wow.
1.5.
And when I look back and say like nothing to regret,
Right.
and then I'm so proud that I keep pushing them,
Yeah.
and then give them a lot of support.
Right.
keep
1.1
it
at
going.
that time.
Yeah.
It's like a very nice house.
Yeah.
A very nice
Yeah,
house.
2 years ago,
And
and
what,
then right now it's
3%
already
interest
2 point,
rates?
1 point. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
probably
like so.
stuck at a very low interest,
Mhm.
good price.
Yeah, so
Everything
low
else-
interest. I remember it's like 2.75.
Yeah, 2.75.
Yeah.
since 2020.
It's super low, and then they not gonna think of selling that home, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah,
low
they're
interest
not.
rate, right? They think of like buying another home, not just
Yeah,
not
they're
sell
not
that
thinking
home.
about selling it. They're thinking about
Yeah,
buying
so
another
that's the transaction I never forget. It's so hard,
Yeah.
but I very proud that I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Good. Good.
How about you, Tino?
Me, I gotta go back to that story where I got the listing in the same neighborhood because that was like, it felt almost surreal to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like almost 6 months of me prospecting that whole neighborhood, knocking on everyone's door, sending out my marketing flyer, giving them market updates. 6 months, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then out of nowhere, one of the neighbor contacted me. He's like, he emailed me. He's like, yeah, I see you walking the neighborhood. I talked to you before. I just bought another house, a new home, and I want to sell this one because I don't want to pay like 2 mortgages at the same time. And I got the house listed within a week after he contacted me. Sold it in another week, all cash transactions. So then we closed it in another week. So within 3 weeks, I got the house sold
Wow.
from him contacting me. So I thought that was like one of the quickest transactions that I got, but also the longest time that I had to prospect for that one transaction.
Wow, 6
Like
months.
6 months of prospecting, but then close the transaction in 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to consistent,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise, like a month or two, you see the result.
Mm-hmm. You
Most of
see
people
results,
will be
yeah.
Yeah, they
I was
give up.
getting upset. I was getting to that
Yeah.
point where I'm like, man, I don't want to walk in the neighborhood. Everyone see my face like, all the time already.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's happened. Yeah.
So and when that happened,
Yeah. Patient pay off.
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I guess I got to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow. It's just a very nice story.
yeah. So I think that's like one goal that I remember that I set, and
Yeah.
then it happened, and it just felt, to this day, I just felt so happy about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
through all the story that we been talking about, right? I think for some people that want to get into real estate career,
yeah,
I think is a very challenged environment. It's not that easy, like you heard, right? You get a license and you make a rain of money.
yeah,
It's not gonna happen, right?
It's not.
But in the other end, right, in the result, if you success in this business, you will like financial freedom. You will have
Yeah,
financial
you reach
freedom,
that financial freedom.
but you have to have what it takes. Right?
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's
Yeah.
not easy.
Also, we have to have that balance in our life, where we're working, and we also have our quality time with our family at home
Right.
Correct.
as well. So,
Mhm.
having be able to have any quality time with your significant others, your family,
Yeah.
is a blessing. So always really cherish those moments.
Right.
Right. Cool.
All right.
Right.
So I think our time's
It's about
up. We've
time.
been talking for a while, maybe half an hour, almost 40 minutes.
So long
so,
episode.
So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. You like more content like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe. Whatever it is, check our previous episodes. We'll have more for you. Thank you for watching. and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time.